Now we're on the workbench here. We're going to clean up the weld, which kind of looks like chicken shit. Kind of spot shot some here and there, filling it in. It was hard for me because it was standing up, straight up, and to push, get the feel of moving it. I should have just done it like this after I got it tacked. After I got it tacked on, I should have just done it like this. But I don't know. Does it look straight to you guys? Or does it look like a bent dick? Yeah, it's not pretty, but I think it's right there where it needs to be in tolerance. So I'm gonna also clean up the channels here. I'm gonna run this DeWalt on it real quick. Okay, all cleaned up, ready to go. I'm gonna try a fit. We're gonna put her back in. Now, I didn't make it really pretty. I just knocked it down so I wouldn't have any interference if I did come across something that shouldn't, like the bearing that goes right here. I don't want to touch it. I don't know how fucking hot it is, but I still need to clean out in between here with the screwdriver, but that's just a matter of seconds. So hold tight. Look at that. Do-do-do-do-do. Bow, bow, bow. Fucking going off-road in my little golf cart. Don't go too fast, cause you might break it and land on your ass. Oh, motherfucker! Yeah, I like it. So, that looks good. And now we're gonna slip it back into the axle housing and try a real fit. Because this was just a test, of course. So I'm throwing the tape on it, and I'm at 17 on the dot. What I'm trying to find out is why I have this gap here. Why do I have a 3/8 gap? So I'm going to pull this housing off, put the axle back in and measure up and see if we're 17 again. We're not quite at 17. I mean, we're about 1/8 of an inch up higher, but we're maxed out there. So I don't know what to do. I don't know. What's the next step? How do you get that to fall in more? Because there's no splines unless I take the Dremel tool and cut splines further down. That might be fucked up. I don't know how I can do that. I can't grind the top of it. Let me look into this. Hang on. I'm making grooves because that's the best option I came up with after looking at what cards I had on the table. And they're not too hard. They're actually pretty easy. But keeping them, my tool is oversized from the notch here. Keeping it from interfering with too much of the spline is kind of hard. But I got to get it tapered in enough that it'll ride back further. Because I need that 1/4 inch because it was 3/8, so the 1/8 inch that we also have when this seats properly should be enough that it will finish the gap. So I'll keep fucking with it, see what I come up with. Okay, everything is tight, tight, tight. Look at that. Everything is tight. Got it? Yes. That's perfect. That's like gasket material right there. Once we get it sandwiched in with some screws, she ain't gonna fucking get the fuck. How many times I told you kids to leave this shit? Fucking kids. Anyways, it's ready. Let's put it together. Yes. All we gotta do is take this apart, clean it out. Oh, sucks. Goddamn. Put some screws back in this thing so it stays together. put that back in. And we're ready to go. Next is motor. Got the gasket, got all the bolts on. Going to put the fucking motor in. Didn't trust the threads or spines that were left on this for the electric motor, so I put a little bit of my secret goop. It's a secret, I won't tell anyone what it is, but it's there to hold. You see me rolling, well, you can't turn an electric motor, motherfuckers. That's why she ain't rolling very well. Okay, I need a break. So far, so good. All the bolts went in the holes they're supposed to. I don't have any left over. Just still gotta attach the shocks, of course, up in there. But she's spitting out of that overflow tube because of when I was rolling her around. That went down and sucked up some fluid. But I just threw some napkins down there. Whatever. Just gotta hook the wires up. And tighten these up actually first and hook the wires up, so stay tuned, we're still going, no problems. Yes, thank you Jesus. So I'm moving on to painting this piece of shit because it's got a bunch of flaking off paint and everything. Right now I'm just hitting it with 180, and I'm going to go ahead and go over it with this primer. Then I'm going to go with 320, and that's only in the bad spots. The rest of it here, you know, only spots like this I'm going to have to Bondo them and touch up, but the rest of it's just going to be a quick scuff over with 320. Sorry, the rest of it's going to be a 180 hit and then primer. We're going to get this son of a bitch looking good. I haven't decided the colors yet, but there's two picks. It's going to go two-tone. It's either going to be brown with beige or beige with dark green. So I don't know which one I'm going to pick here, either dark green with beige or the brown with beige. Either one, old guys love. So you gotta keep that in mind. Old guys buy this shit, so you gotta think like an old guy if you're gonna paint these. You can't paint them bright blue like this, or fucking, you know, Corvette red with rally stripes. They're not into that shit. They're old. They might think it's neat, but they're afraid to go take that out to the golf course and show their friends because they might get made fun of. So think of an old guy before you start painting these things. Fucking dog. I will kick you in the fucking ass, kick you in the fucking teeth. Okay, all the bad spots have been hit with the primer. Now I'm going to use some spot putty and fill in the heavy gouging areas, ones where we had some serious damage, flaking, etc. I used the primer to put it in thick and the spidering areas and where it was trying to do a little bit of fuck up, and I think when I hit it with the 320 it's gonna act like spot putty. It's gonna be like a super filler. Should give us a smooth, clean finish. Well, not that clean, but I mean, you know, for a golf cart, clean enough. This isn't going to a show and it's not a car, so I'm just gonna give it what it needs. It's morning. It's been drying since night, so it's ready to tape off and paint. I'm going to go ahead and put the two-tone on. And I'm also going to do the rims the same color as the two-tone. That should dress it up a bit. I was going to buy hubcaps, but I think I can get away with it by doing that. Got the two-tone on there. Came out really nice, in my opinion. Looks fucking sweet. Now, to hide my tape lines, I went ahead and I got some pinstriping type stuff. Son, I'm at the wrong angle. Anyways, I used that to hide some of my tape lines. Meaning, you know, these tape lines were crisp, but around where you do corners and stuff, my tape lines weren't the best. Because I didn't use masking tape by itself, I used it with the paper on it, using my Armatron deal, and it kind of messed up my angles, so I thought I'll use pinstriping to hide it. You get like 40 feet for $3, so I went ahead with it. So I've taken the back seats off, and the back seat, and then the little back seat here. Here's one of them right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to reupholster it, and it's going to go black just like that one that I've already done. So it shouldn't take me too long because these are little tiny things and I got my staple gun. So let's fucking get to it. Here are the back of them here. There were the plastic backrests that go to this piece of shit to hide it. I'm painting them black because everything's going black, and there's going to be no white really left on that. Pinstriping's black. I can either go the two-tone color, which is that sand, or just go black, and I chose black. So yeah, right. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you're looking at it. There's the upholstery. So it's cheap shit. I go to Joann's Fabric to get it. Yeah. Well, we're still stuck on this back corner because it's broke. So I came up with the idea, I don't know if I said it or not, but I want to hide it with a bigger brake light. Apparently these were the lights before, marker lights. I don't know what they are, if they're brake lights or not. I haven't hooked them up. But I went into one of my totes. I used to do automotives all the time, and I have one that was marked Chevy trucks, 80s and up or whatever, 70 something and up. But anyways, these back lights were in there, so they kind of looks like it might work in a way. I mean, it's got the right like 90 degree, maybe not 90, maybe 45, I don't know what the fuck it is, but it might fit there. I just got to do a little cutting and shaping. I think it will fit in there. Now I'm not thinking of using the whole back piece of shit. I'm just thinking of using the lens covers and then hiding, taping or something this in there, and then it can work as the light itself behind the light lens. So I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna tape all this out, measure it, mark it, and then tape it out, and then go ahead and start the cutting. So maybe you guys can watch this. Alright, I'm lining this up, and first thing I notice is it's got too much of this on top, so I got to cut this out first. Once that's cut out, I'm going to leave the bottom because it actually comes under here. But once I cut that out, I should be able to get a better alignment on where I need to trim. But looking in this, also I have the screw holes, which I can reuse. Screw it into this piece of shit rubber dick stuff. I wish it was fiberglass because then I could repair it easier, but I've never had any luck repairing this stuff with fiberglass. It always seems like it just comes right off. I mean, it'd probably make it through the cell, but you know, with the guy using it or bumping it or something, anything could happen. That fiberglass just falls right off. So unless you rivet and zip tie or something to it, it doesn't work. It's just like the same material that's on the quads. It's a really flexible plastic. Let me trim this up. So hang on. Well, I just cut it with the air saw, little wheel grinder, and I gotta say, P-fucking-U. This stuff really stinks. You want to smell something funky? Cut one of these babies. It had some nice, I don't know what kind of smell you'd call it. It's fucking jasmine stovepipe smell there. Anyways, I got it so now I can get it a little more flush, but still running into the problem here of getting it to kind of fit with this weird shape. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I can trace it behind here with a pencil. Then we're going to do some cutting, do a little more cutting, and probably a little more cutting, because I don't want to just cut and hope that that's the right one, so I'd fuck it up. Boy, I gotta say, this thing fits in there really good. Once I get this all flushed up, tight, I mean, it's gonna look sweet mama. I know it hangs down a little here. I mean, not much I can do about that. But hey, it's the whole back here. I mean, this, God damn, this looks good. That all looks good. See, that's all that matters. Beautiful. That looks so fucking funky. Oh man, you tell me, what do you think? I don't know, it passes for Craigslist, eh? So I got the other side marked out. Gonna go for it, why not? I mean, it's either go big or don't fucking bother going on Craigslist. That's my motto. There she be. It's all done, both sides finished. It's ready to post on Craigslist, except, and I'm probably not even gonna bother videoing this. This side has a mud flap, and this side does not, so you can see the tire through it. It kind of looks sloppy. This side over here looks actually kind of fit and finished, a little better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I got any material to match that. And if I do have some material that matches that, I'm going to go ahead and cut it to fit and put it in there. Peace out, man. So I don't know if you remember or not, you talked about getting these lights flush, and I did. I got that one cut down and in, so the motherfuckers look normal, and they look like they're supposed to. Peace. That's so fucking beautiful.